guns, in general, are not the problem. Guns will not harm anybody unless they're in the wrong hands. Now, how do you have a system that monitors who is okay person to possess a gun? That's another story. So, you see, it's like people get killed in car accidents every day. So, let's ban driving. There's a lot of things that I can say. Smoking kills, alcoholism kills. So guns is not the problem, it's the human factors that's the problem. That's my opinion. In Israel, many people are armed. Almost all civilians carry guns. And we have zero active shooters. Like in the United States, if I compare, zero, I never heard of an Israeli civilian taking his own gun, going into a public school and killing children. Never. Because people are responsible. When you get the permit to carry a gun, you went through psychological evaluation, no criminal record, no alcoholism, you probably served in the military. You're a law-abiding, responsible citizen. A gun in the right hands can do miracles when there's a terrorist attack or a psychopath killing children, or we were just discussing now the Paris attack. If you had a few civilians that are trained, that carry a gun, when there's an active shooter coming in with a shotgun or rifle, they could kill him, they could get him, but it needs to be in the right hands. So I would say if the country does decide to go legally, I would probably make sure that there's background checks, everyone is. And again, there's always going to be illegal guns and rifles on the black market. You can never prevent. Criminals always will have access to guns. But it's better to have good guys with guns that can stop bad guys with guns. That's my solution. Kick them out. I mean, listen. I mean, you'll have once in a while someone drink, but alcoholism, like we would never have this issue in Israel. You would not be in the military. If you had an issue, because you see, if you're an alcoholic, how could you handle a weapon? You're supposed to be a responsible guy. So the people in the military in Israel are responsible people. I'm not saying you may not have a rotten apple here and there, doing something stupid, maybe access to drugs or alcohol. That would be a crime. You would be arrested. Military police would come and get you and arrest you, and you'd go court-martial. Yeah, you'll be in a jail. Zero tolerance to this type of behavior in our military. Zero. People are more serious. Yeah, I don't think we have this issue with drinking in our military. No, not that I ever heard of. And I'm a captain. I've been in the service a long, long time. Never had to handle anything like that. I don't know. Maybe you guys have a serious depression in your army, because alcoholism is a form of depression. People feel ups. I can honestly tell you, I've been coming here on and off a few years, and I can tell you, even before the problems you have with Russia, I think many of the Ukrainian people are just not happy people. People don't smile. I walk in the street, barely ever I see people smile. I think it's, if you look at the nation's resilience, people here are not happy. Why? Maybe the way the country is managed, maybe politics, maybe whatever it is, people are not happy. Maybe the weather, and when people are unhappy, they drink. Or if they have access to other substances, drugs or whatever. I think that's one of the things. I don't know where it came from, because I've never really investigated deep enough to understand this kind of behavior, but I traveled in many other countries, and you will see in some nations, even though they're poor, the people are smiling, and there's less alcoholism, but still there's criminals. Criminals always will be. It has nothing to do with happiness. People will take opportunity, to be criminals. But alcoholism, if you say it's a national thing, especially in the military, has something to do probably with the top command, selection, or maybe the people are paid very, very little and they're depressed. I just don't know. I can't figure it out. It's something that I've never investigated. The question is, if you're taking someone that's useless, does it help the cause of the Ukrainian government? Or it actually is a liability? Because if you're drunk, I don't want you. So I want only serious guys, and then probably increase the pay. So you would get quality guys. You see, it's all about, I think at the end of the day, people want to pay bills. They have family or whatever. If you have a good army, that they get good meals, good clothing, good pay, They will fight for the country because they're patriots. The losers that want to drink, kick them out. They're useless. My daughter's right now in the military, Air Force Intelligence. No one forced her. She can say, I'm cuckoo, I don't want to go. And they'll say, thank you very much, go home. If you're stupid and you don't want to, you see, they don't want problematic people. They want motivated people. How do you motivate people? Make them feel patriotic. And my daughter's getting a very small salary because it's mandatory service. But if she stays longer, she'll get real pay. And she's a girl. Again, it all comes down to priority and budget. You know, Israel, its defense is 60% from the economy goes to defense. 60.
We have 5% only.
That's what I'm saying. So we have top Air Force, top Navy, top intelligence, top special forces. Multi-billion dollars are invested into our military, IDF. So you have a top army. No other nation around Israel can handle us. We're a very, very strong nation. Resilient as well. And that's what I'm talking about. A nation's resilient. Every government has to make choices. You look back in history, I can show you case studies of countries that couldn't fight back and they were taken as slaves or, you know. And the only way to improve it, and I had these discussions before here, is, of course, budget and serious training. I actually had, I think a year ago or 2 years ago, I think I had some military guys came from Ukraine to Israel to meet me. They wanted some training and some advice, but when it came to money, they couldn't pay anything. I said, you can never get anything for free, not that I know of. So even if people will donate money, volunteer money, you know, from rich people or maybe, but again, you need to train mass. To train mass requires amount of instructors to come, skill, and it's about priority. You know, people have to make a choice what they want to do in their lives. Does the government actually want to protect itself? Always depend on other countries? You know what I mean? Be on welfare from somebody? I don't know. That's a political choice. I'm not a politician.
Okay, thank you very much.